Hey, there we go.
There we are. Hey,
welcome,
boy, just in time.
everybody, to Thanksgiving week edition of Tiger Talk with Neville head football coach Mike Collins. I'm your host, Stewart Shelby, and an abbreviated edition here. We're going to let everybody get an extra 15 minutes back and get ready, get that turkey,
that turkey ready,
and put those casseroles in the oven. But 3 segments. We've got Coach Collins here in the first one, and then we got Dante and Max back there to talk here in the second segment. And the third segment, we'll come back with Coach Collins to talk about this Friday night's matchup. Well, Coach, you make it. You win. You had Mandeville. First time ever meeting between the two schools in football. Mandeville comes in with an outstanding freshman quarterback in Crew Kalura that a lot of people had talked about. And he gave the Tigers a little bit of trouble, but it really felt that your defense stepped up and contained that young man as well as the rest of that Mandeville offense. I believe they only handed the football off maybe 4 times.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like
they used him as the running back.
Exactly.
And we knew that going in. We knew that was part of their plan, and they had shown that, in all the ball games. Now, what he did do is we hit him multiple times in the game when he was throwing the ball. And I'm going to tell you, he had as much composure sitting in there and delivering passes. I mean, he made 4 throws where we just sawed him off in half, and he still threw it and put it on the money, and you got to tip your hat to him.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I told our players. He did a fantastic job of just stepping in there and delivering the ball. And then they moved it around. They did some different things than what they had done. Which, hey, man, it was their way to move the ball. It was their way to try to use a running game, with their passes and their screens and, how they did it and tried to overload blockers and those kind of things. And, the one thing we knew they would do is they would dink and dunk us, and they tried that. And obviously, it's hard to dink and dunk when you get down there in the red area. Yeah. And so, the field gets condensed and, things happen a lot faster. So we were, pleased with the way that our defense played, especially in the second half of the ball game.
Definitely. Tremendous. So before we get to some of those highlights, I'd like to thank our first segment sponsor here on Tiger Talk, H. Michael Sports, right down there on Forsyth Avenue here in Monroe. It's your team sports headquarters for the Twin Cities. All right, Coach, before we get into some of these highlights, you highlighted it. Jacoby Collins wins the Northeast Impact Player of the Week.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a few highlights of him. He was kind of all over the field for you last. But the defense is what stood out. Offense got it kind of moving there in the first half, but the defense is what put a stamp on this one.
They did, and really pleased with the way our kids played, and our offense was really rolling pretty good in the first half, and we probably could have had a couple more scores, and been up even bigger than we were at halftime. And we got to take advantage of that moving forward. But, in the second half, our defense was lights out. I mean, we just played and played and played and played. And I don't even remember, we probably had 12 snaps on offense for the entire second half.
Until the last drive.
Yeah, until the last drive,
That's
which
right.
I'm going to get to that as well. But it was – just a tremendous job. But, again, it was about playing the plays. We'd seen about everything they could do. They tried to show a couple of trick plays, so
trick plays on special teams and trick plays on their offense.
Yeah, it was on everything. So, but whenever you kind of run out of what you're going to do by halftime, and then it gave us a chance to go in and make some adjustments and get guys in a little bit better position than what we were in the first half. And our coaches did a nice job of doing that defensively, and so. But again, their running game was based off getting 2 or 3 blockers out in front of a guy and, and throwing basically a screen to him and using the receivers as blockers. And those young men did a really nice job, too. They were good blockers as well as catchers. So, but for our players to do what they did, and time again there in the second half, couldn't have been more pleased with them.
Definitely so. Well, let's get to some of the highlights from last Friday night's regional round victory over the Mandeville Skippers. And you start off first play of the game here, the defense. That was the first handoff, and I think the last one we saw for a long time.
I think, that just shows you right there, that they said, well, that's not going to happen the rest of the night. So, again, Juju Burns does a great job. I mean, I think Juju had 2 tackles and 2 tackles for loss, in the first 4 plays of the game. So, again, doing what he's supposed to do and us doing defensively what we wanted to do to them, and we gave a new look to them, and I think it was effective in the game. It was especially effective in the second half as we played.
Here's another defensive snap here on this first drive here. This was pressure here on Kalura. You had pressure right in his face, forced to throw in the dirt.
Yeah, and this is put this whole first drive in there because it's the first drive of the game. And so, again, that's a nice job by Jaden Reed over there on the reroute, and exactly what we wanted to have happen, and he can't get the ball off, and we get pressure right on him. And, I think from that point on, after this first drive, you're going to see third down here as well.
Yeah, right here.
After this first drive, they made a change on how they wanted to go ahead and attack us, defensively. And Jaden does a great job of the reroute on the play before, and then, we missed the reroute right here of the number 2 receiver. And we have to do that with the way we play defense. And, it's seeing things and being able to defend the things that we need to defend. And, every once in a while we're going to make a mistake. But yet he still had pressure on him, couldn't get the ball to the guy. But you can see how he eluded the pressure right there. And I think from that drive on, they made a decision that they were going to run him a bunch more, and he was going to be their running game, period. And again, that was, something we knew they would do, but not nearly as much as they did. They did.
All right, well, let's turn it over to the offense. The Tigers don't get any points on their first drive. This is their second drive of the night.
Yeah, this is the second drive, and get we just get the back out of the backfield, and J-Rob does the rest. I mean,
a little swing pass here.
Look, our receivers did a good job of blocking, in shielding them and getting in the way, and of course he can do the rest. He just splits the defense, and
the old Power 8, really, with a throwing game. Power 8 pitch.
That's about right. That's about exactly what it was. But the thing about it is J-Rob's kind of been nicked up all year long with a growing injury, and kind of tweaked it there in the second half of the ball game.
Yeah.
Well, right before halftime, and so we just made the decision to not play him in the second half, and but he came in and got treatment. And he got a little adjustment, and so he's much better.
Much better.
Now. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. And here on that second drive, and J-Rob is going to finish off this drive. This gets the Tigers on the board.
Yep.
After Mandeville had gone down and scored, this ties the ball game up 7-7.
Yep. It tied it up, and our guys did a good job right there of just building a wall, with the O-line. And the thing about J-Rob, he's so quick and, has great balance and body control, and he can just stick his foot in the ground and change direction, and there we go, get it in the end zone.
Another nice run here from Roberson here is on this next clip. This is you're up 10-7.
We are. We had already kicked the field goal, and, come out of there and got in a formation we thought we had a chance to make some plays in during the course of the game. And sure enough, there's J. Robbie, rips off about a 20-something yard run, 29-yard run or something in that area. But anyway, nice job of blocking out there by Mason Hart and Van and those guys and Desi, sealing the thing. And so it gives us a chance.
Yeah.
And again, that thing can stretch out there for as far as we want it to stretch, or he can stick his foot in the ground and hit a seam if everybody's overrunning the football. So, again, it's,
Well, he does a good job right there. It's also 4.5 minutes left in the half, right? You've gone down, it's 10-7, your defense stands up.
That's right.
You get the football back, 4.5. You're kind of thinking this is probably going to be possibly your last drive of that half. Tigers had some other ideas, your offense at least did. Here's Blackston, he enters the chat.
Well, go ahead.
So 3rd and 2 right here.
This 3rd and 2 right here. The thing about this drive right here for us is it's getting close to our 2-minute drive. Well, sure enough, we get to do that here in a second.
Yeah, we're
but our guys did a good job, and he hits it hard, and I mean,
Jarvis just continues.
He just
to pound the
continues
rock.
to run through people and run through tackles, and
this next one gets it inside the 20 here, Coach, and this is a kind of a quintessential Blackston run.
It is, and right there, again, they clogged it all up in there, and he's able to just make his way to the edge of the defense and get positive yardage for us,
and he's going to finish off this drive here on a tough, I believe 3 or 4 yard run.
I think it's 6, but he got it in there, and I mean.
It won't be denied.
He just runs through people, runs over them, but there it is right there. So
17-7, 2:06 remaining here, and then the Tigers. You get in. I mean, then you kick it off.
We did. We kicked it off, and came out there on defense, and we made the decision that, hey, we're going to try to go get the guy, and so we do on the very.
Yeah, we'll see this
very next play. Here it is. We do on the very next play, and we bat it up in the air, and Jacoby gets the pick. Jaden Reed bats it up in the air, tips it, and it's just something that the way we changed up the scheme. Well, here we are, almost in the very scenario we practice in the 2-minute situation. We normally have 50 seconds on the clock, and we have it on the 50-yard line. And I mean,
here we go.
We're on the 40 in this scenario, and it's 49 seconds. So, again, I mean, we have this scenario in the ball game, and we have the 4-minute at the end of the ball game, and we do both of those things every week.
Yeah.
At least we do those 2-minute 2 different ways, and we do the 4-minute now. In this part of the season, we only do it 1 time a week, but we were doing it. We normally do it twice a week, but this time of the season, we do it 1 time. And it pretty much nails it right there at the end of the ball game. It's the same. I mean, I'm talking about couldn't be much closer.
This was a nice play. I know this made Robert Lane smile in the booth here. Parker drops back on 2nd and 10 and then sees the middle of the field open, and he runs for it. And then that hit right there gave you an extra few yards.
It did, like 15 of them. Well, the thing I told Parker, too, we had to call timeout after the very first play in the 2-minute. And I mean, he throws a drive route to the receiver, and they catch the ball inbounds. And I said, I mean, we have plenty of options other than throwing the ball there. And I said, look, man, we're in 2-minute mode. Just, hey, what do we do in practice? What do we do? Where do we want the ball to go? What do we want to have happen? And, there he goes. He takes off and he runs it. Hey, we'll take that. We'll take that first down. I don't want him to get hit like that.
Exactly.
That was almost a
And
really,
he slid. I mean, it was an obvious penalty right there.
But no doubt.
You get half the distance to the goal line. The next play, a little quick toss to J-Rob here, and he gets it inside the 5, I believe.
Yeah. And there's no linebackers going to cover him. And we try to find different ways to slip him out of there. We they do a good job right here, and we clear it out with Mason, and get it to J. Rob. The only thing J. Rob needs to do right there is get out of bounds.
Yeah,
it's just get out of bounds. And again, he got told that as well. And I mean, come on, man, we do it every day, and we do it for a reason. So but. Hey, it gets live, and geez.
It ends up about 25, 26 seconds left, and then Parker's going to find Zaylen there in the back of the end zone, and that was just a good.
We changed the roll route combination up a little bit. That those guys probably had never seen this.
Well, you drag him back around, and Desi hits the quick slam.
We changed it up a little bit.
Look at y'all doing a little coaching over there.
A little bit. We do from time to time. We we do our job.
Well, no, it was a pretty play, pretty pass, and a great way to go up. You're 17-7 going into half. It's a big difference being 24-7.
24
going into half.
Like I said, we had some other opportunities there in the first half that really slipped away from us, and against teams that we need to make sure that we get that thing done and get it where we can step on their throat and make sure that we're putting it away. It's not, and so that's another emphasis for us, as a team.
Well, another bright spot. I've seen you sneak in Connor Mason into a couple of deals.
We did.
6'7", 6'8" basketball player, and here he is, and he gets a hand on the field goal.
He did. Okay, so when we practice this for long field goals, because they have to drive the ball, and so anyway. It's part of our block anyway, but we take a guy out, and we put him in, and then he follows two guys up that are basically beaching the guard, and then he'll just try to get vertical because he can't land
jump
on
over
him. He can't jump over him, but he can't land on them either, and so he has to be able to follow them up and then get vertical, and he did a great job of it, and he's done it in practice as well. Really proud of Connor, and he was our special teams player of the week for that block. The other guy that played great in special teams was C.J. Goins. He had five total tackles, three solos and 2 assists, and I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, for him to be basically in his first game to do all the special teams that he's on, and him to be able to be that productive.
It definitely was. Was. Okay, we talked about, in the second half, offense didn't have too many plays, but and I guess in winning time, you'd call it was like you needed a drive to finish this thing off. And here's 3 consecutive plays that kind of sealed the deal for you.
It is, and, these are the 3, but going into this, when we got the ball, there was – I don't know, probably like 3:59, and when we first started,
that's right.
And we got to this point right here, again, we'd already run off some time, but the thing was they had all their timeouts at that point in time, and so they're able to slow that clock down. When you have all 3 of them. And got to base it off how many they have. Well, sure enough, we made them use them and burn them up. And then, Jarvis pops that thing out of there. And, I mean, it's something that we practice, not necessarily him scoring, obviously, but running the clock out. And I told Jarvis right here, I said, the number one thing, he goes, Coach, I know I should have got down. And, it just shows you that he understood that, hey, Coach, best thing would have been to get down. Then they had no chance. Well, they didn't really have a chance anyway. That's 17 points in a minute and 20. I don't think we're going to get that up.
And no time.
They had a little more time before, and
but
it's happened. But the truth be known, at least he recognized what he really needed to do once he broke it out of there, and he goes, "I know, Coach." I said, "Well, there you go. I mean, at least you know."
At least you know. He does. Well,
and it wasn't like I was going to kill him for scoring.
31-14 is your final versus Mandeville. The Tigers move on to face the upstart Barbe Buccaneers from Lake Charles. And it's an interesting matchup for the Tigers. Have played Barbe a couple of times in the playoffs. We'll tell you about that coming up later on in our last segment. But, Coach, that puts a bow on Mandeville.
Puts a bow on it.
And we've got a Thanksgiving pep rally to thank you for. Yeah. And speaking of, there's a couple things I'd like to mention here that we've got going on. Do you have those up, Will? First off, I believe we've got the pregame tailgate. The Tiger Gridiron, the Tiger Cooking Crew is going to be out there. It's going to be free food. Need to get you out there early. Also, who else is on there? Yeah, we got DJ Gravedigger and a lot of Randall's is helping out with a lot of that. And you'll see those sponsors there on your screen. Yep. Also, who else? We got the Randall's. You're so quick over there. Taco Bandito, 2J's, the Tiger Gridiron, James Machine Works, Pelican State Wholesale, and then Alan Bartman, North Delta Ramble, and Martinez Chiropractic. Oh, and Chris Lewis, Coney Island Connection.
Yeah,
he's sponsored
no doubt,
all kind of stuff. And then, two, the Tiger Gridiron Committee has put together a little kind of a Tiger Thanksgiving last few days today. They want you to tag them on social media if you're wearing your black and gold. Tomorrow, it's a Thankful Thursday. Take a picture of somebody that you're thankful for there on either at the Neville faculty, the coaching staff, or anything else, and then tag the Tiger Gridiron Committee in a post, and they'll share every post right there. And then also, Fans Love You Friday. Post a pic of your favorite player, spirit group member, or band member, and you can wish them good luck. Tag the Tiger Gridiron Committee as well. Just showing that support. It's off week. Tigers been practicing all week long. They got a Thanksgiving pep rally this Thursday. That's tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Yeah. So get, wake up from that afternoon nap and get to the auditorium at 6 o'clock. It's always a good time. All right, Coach, we're going to give you a break. Let you go back and eat a little bit. We're going to talk to a couple of your guys here as Dante and Max
they can talk.
Are up next here on Tiger Talk. We'll be right back right after this.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we are done.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Miss Gwen's going to get you all seated and ready to roll. Nothing to eat or drink for 3 to 4 hours.
Come on, Doc. I was hoping to get myself some po' boys and tamales.
No, Mr. Mayor, you can't do that. But if you could, where would you go?
We gotta go see Chris Lewis at Coney Island Connection.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, where you get more than just a chili cheeseburger and a chili cheese dog. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Right here at Coney Island Connection.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbankneedle.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Needle Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcomed Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples and Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
A sandwich with soup. No, salad.
With Nuke's Pick 3, satisfy all your cravings. Sandwich salad soup, sandwich soup mac, sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Such possibilities from $12.99.
Nuke's, extra with every bite.
Hey, it's Misty Hodge with the Hodge Baruki Group, coming live to you from Bill Rupel Stadium. In real estate, just like in football, you need a winning game plan.
And at the Hodge Baruki Group, we call the plays that get you to the goal line. Buying, selling, or dreaming, let me help you score your home this season. Go Tigers!
We're running the winning play at Sparks Nissan Kia. Whether you're recruiting a car, truck, or SUV, our lineup is stacked with all-stars ready to take the field. We're talking championship deals, low down payments, and monthly payments that won't sideline your budget. Ready to make a trade? We'll give you top dollar. That's a win in any playbook. Sparks Nissan Kia, where every drive is a touchdown. We're wishing our Neville Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers!
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you, like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at jimtaylorbuickgmc.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we've reached our second segment here on Tiger Talk. We're live at Melvin's Restaurant. We're here every Wednesday night during football season, starting at 6:30. Come out and get you some great food here and visit with the friendly staff here at Melvin's Restaurant. The second segment brought to you by our good friends there at the Carpenter Health Network. That's Stat Home Care and St. Joseph Hospice. All right, I'm joined now by on my far left, Dante Matthews, linebacker. What's going on? Hey, all right, Max Carter, one of the defensive backs for the Tigers. All right, guys, well, we've made it to Thanksgiving week. You know, it's 9 out of the last 10 years. I don't know if you've known that. The Tigers have made it here to the quarterfinal round. Going through this season, I'll start with you, Dante. What do you think, you expected to be in this position?
Yes, definitely, because throughout the season we worked our butt offs just to get to this point. Everything since July to right now, it's definitely an honor to be practicing and having an opportunity to play a game during Turkey Week. And we just need to continue working and road to the dome until we get there.
All right, Max, you've had a couple of picks this year, but I mean, you let Jacoby get one. There was a couple that they were bouncing around that y'all had a lot of opportunities in that game. It just wasn't quite the right opportunity to get one, but then a good play there by Jaden gets Jacoby a chance to get a pick. Talk about is just that constant pressure there from the secondary, or what are y'all trying to do to maybe get some extra turnovers in these football games?
Well, I think the pressure from us blitzing kind of caused the QB to fumble around and kind of get panicked, and he just threw it quickly, and Jaden Reed was there to tip it up, and Jacoby came and finished it down, and it turned around the field position. Really good momentum for us.
I got you. It's a longer mic than I'm used to. Okay. Well, Dante, you had a running quarterback last week. And talk about maybe something that he was doing that could prepare you for this week. You kind of got not only a quarterback who can run at Barbe, but also a very talented running back. Talk about, your preparation for quarterbacks that can move around outside the pocket.
Well, it definitely won't be the first time that I played a talented quarterback that can run. First game of the season we played Peyton Pop.
Here, bring that just a little bit closer to your mic. There you go.
First game of the season we played Peyton Pop. So, that just kind of, reminds me like what I need to do and where I need to be at. And running back wise, I practice against amazing running backs every day. We got an amazing running back room. So, our iron sharpens iron. So, yeah.
Well, the Tiger defense has played well against the run. Part of that is because of the play there in the secondary. And Max, talk about, do y'all take pride in being able to, with that run support?
Oh, most definitely. We have a big job when it comes to the run with either setting the edge or filling the alley, and we're a big part of the run. So,
well, it's always good to see. In high school, it's if you stop one thing, you force somebody to do something else, right? And I think as the seasons progress, the Tigers' total defense seems to have progressed around there. That you're not just one-dimensional. So it looks pretty good. All right, so one more football question before we get to a Thanksgiving question. So just think about everything. So, Dante, in your defensive scheme, playing all this time, what's maybe your favorite call or your favorite thing to do? Is it blitzing? Is it coverage? What are you talking? What's your favorite thing?
Any play where I'm blitzing, I love it. But he be Mr. Mike Collins over there. He be acting stingy with the blitzes. Like I be trying to, I be trying to blitz, man. I be trying to go get him. Yeah,
that's it. Max, what's your favorite part of the? Maybe your favorite call or favorite thing to do back there?
Well, I don't get to blitz much, but I would just say something in the coverage, trying to get a pick or something, just to change field momentum and get the offense back the ball. So something in the coverage.
Something in coverage. So, yeah, well, you've done a good job. Got a couple of turnovers already on the season. All right, Dante, Thanksgiving, all right? Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, so what is your favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving? Like, you got something special or what's your favorite?
Honestly, I just love to eat. So, but I love all the desserts. I love the wings. Really. I don't know. I just really love everything. I don't have a favorite or nothing. I just love to eat.
Load up.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make some family members not feel bad? You're not going to say.
I mean.
Somebody brings this. You don't like the green bean casserole?
Really,
like
I never met a person in my family who can cook, so it's kind of
good answer.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
That's a great answer. Yeah. Well, we'll have to check all that out. You got to bring me a plate tomorrow,
sir.
So you can bring me a plate.
Oh,
tomorrow.
I got you. It's gonna be a lot left, I promise.
All right, Max. Big Thanksgiving, and what's your favorite thing? What do you look forward to most on Thanksgiving?
I would have to say the dressing. I love my grandmother's dressing, or the sweet potato casserole. It's also very good. I like that.
Sweet potato casserole. All right, you just don't stand out as a sweet potato casserole guy to me. I don't know. I just anything my wife puts out there, I tell her it's the best thing I've ever eaten. So that's the way. Yeah, I got a few more years before you have to do things like that. But no, I'm with you. Dressing and everything. I like to fill my plate up and just see what happens. Hopefully I'll wake up in time to go to the pep rally this Friday night. All right, pep rally. Are you looking forward to the Thanksgiving pep rally? It's always a fun one.
Yeah, it is always a fun time to be at a pep rally on Thanksgiving Day. We got a little walkthrough and stuff. We still gotta take care of our business, but in the end we get to have fun. So I feel like that's a good little opportunity to get.
Late practice, you get that late walk through, and then go straight to that pep rally. Always a special time, especially here in your senior year, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's an honor just to be able to even get to have the pep rally this week, and I'm looking forward to it because I think it'll be a good one and have a good crowd and stuff. So,
I know these guys. Friday night, you haven't got your tickets. They'll be on sale after the pep rally tomorrow night, and also Friday before the game, and you come out. And the crowd was awesome last week, and really loud. We want to see that again. Bring all the cousins, the nephews, some people that might not, and nieces that might not have ever seen a Neville game. Support these young men and the rest of their teammates as they try to move on to the semifinals. All right, Dante Matthews, Max Carter, thanks a lot for coming by here on Thanksgiving Eve. All right, we got one more second left. We're going to bring Coach Collins back. We're going to talk about Friday night's matchup versus the Barbe Buccaneers. You're not going to want to miss that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds, from local classrooms to high school athletics, and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. Here at Coney Island Connection, we believe in giving back and showing a lot of love, and it's all made possible because of you. Thank you for making Coney Island Connection a small business with a big heart.
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Neville Tigers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Tigers!
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver's spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
Hi, I'm Christian Creed with Creed & Creed. Whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, you deserve a team that won't back down. So if you've been injured in an accident, make the right call to your local legal team at Creed & Creed and let us help you win today. Let's go Tigers, and remember, home field advantage matters. Call Creed & Creed today. Proudly serving our great community for over 30 years. We are your local injury attorneys.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers. When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together.
Taco Bandito. Our cooking and service is speedo at Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
Welcome to the Carpenter Health Network, where we can assist you with all your home health needs.
Promoting healthy and independent living at home with Stay at Home Health.
Where advanced illness management is our specialty. Let us help you recover from injury, surgery, or illness with our team of dedicated medical professionals.
Well, we strive to make every day a good day at St. Joseph Hospice.
Let us make the Carpenter Health Network a part of your family by promoting healthy and independent living for your loved ones.
We are the network,
and we are all in.
Go Tigers!
But Thanksgiving edition. Going to cut it just a little bit short here as everybody's trying to get back to their families, but we aren't going to cut short our great sponsors we have here on Tiger Talk, as the third quarter is normally sponsored by our good friends over there at Warrior Media Group, Jeff Guerrero and his crew. You've got 92.3 The Ranch. You can hear us live right now on Sunday 98.3, as well as on Friday nights. You got 103 Rocks and the Soul of the City, Magic 106.1. And also our good friend Joey Trappe and his team over there at Fieldhouse and Traps Restaurant. You had Traps across the river.
He didn't play in those early games.
He was playing a little baseball.
He's a baseball player, and he's a pro prospect. Is on top of that,
committed to LSU.
That's right, committed to LSU in baseball. And so he's playing all over the country. Well, he doesn't get there in time to go through August. He's still playing baseball in August, and by the time they get ready to play their first game, he's playing some receiver. Doesn't really know everything, and of course they've been doing the same thing we were doing, working out this summer, and trying to install things and. And I'm sure that that had a lot to do with him not playing early. Then on top of that, they played some really, really good teams early, and they, had leads in the fourth quarter and didn't finish the ball game. And since he has been plugged in the offense as of late, that's made them go. The quarterback was the quarterback, and the other running back is a good running back. He's not like Griffin, and so. In turn, now it's a dual threat deal, where you've got the tailback and you got the quarterback. And anytime the quarterback can run, that you got to get an extra hat in there some kind of way. And, and he's been very, very explosive. He was, I don't know exactly how many yards he had.
He had 243 versus West Monroe.
Yeah.
He had a couple hundred the game before
I'm
that.
talking about the quarterback.
I'm sorry about the quarterback. The quarterback had about 100 yards rushing, I believe. And
he had every bit of it.
And threw for about 150, I believe.
Yeah, and the thing about it was you look at it, West Monroe had them in third down situations 16 times, and 3rd and 1 to 6 was 6 plays. So they had 10 plays of 3rd and 9 plus, and he converted about 6 of them himself. The quarterback did. And then running back converted 2 of those. I mean, 3rd and 9 plus. You think you got somebody
pinned back,
pinned down, and sure enough, they were able to get out of it. So, again, it's not that, it was just a total collapse on, some of those plays by, the way they were able to escape, both of them, both the escapability of the quarterback and the escapability of the back to get out of there and get a first down.
Yeah,
so
400 yards on the ground, a little over 400 yards on the ground against West Monroe is a lot. It's a lot against anybody.
It is.
But especially there coming up on the road. This team has been on the road they go to Northwood, Shreveport. Right. They beat Northwood. They go to West Monroe. West Monroe spots them 21 points. And we keep talking about the offense, but this has been an opportunistic defense that's grown over the year. The last couple of games, they've forced, I think, 3 turnovers apiece in their first 2 playoff games.
That's been their key. Early, their Achilles heel, they were scoring points even before Griffin got in there at tailback. They were scoring points, and I'm talking about by the bunches, 40 and 50 and I mean,
kind of Shreveport-type scores.
Yeah.
You know?
And so, in turn, it wasn't the fact that they couldn't score the football. It was the fact that, now I think they're able to help their defense out because they are so efficient running the football with both of those two guys. And, they got all the quarterback runs with the quarterback and along with, the power read with the quarterback and tailback combination. And, so they're very dangerous in a lot of different ways, And so, I mean, if they're able to run the football, then they can do anything to you. They can throw it when they want to and not when they have to. And so that's, we got to try to make them one-dimensional. And so we'll see how that goes.
Well, I don't know if we efforted we've got a few of the highlights. Just to give you an idea, this was courtesy of KNOE, our good friend Aaron Dietrich right here. And here's Griffin.
Here he goes right here, And I think the one thing you have to do is you got to play with great leverage. You got to have an edge on the defense, and you got to play with great leverage, as a defensive football team. And, if you don't, then those kind of things happen to you. Here he is right here. He's going to escape. Look at him. He's going to turn around. He's going to do about 6 circles, and then he's going to go out there, and he's going to turn this into a third down, and it was 3rd and 16, and he got a first down right here.
Yeah, you see the sticks go by.
Yeah, so, again, he had the capability of turning a bad play into a good play for them, and it's just because his ability to scramble. There's the pick right off the bat. I mean, and made it tough, for the other team.
It definitely did, and, Barbe's a team that, if you get some points, they steal some possessions right there. It's a hard team to come back on just because their offense is so potent.
Well, and then they're going to run the football, so that's going to eat the clock up too at the same time. And anytime you can run it, just like here, he's bounces out of there, and they should have had him tackled for a loss, and he's able to bounce around there and bounce out of there and make a play. So.
I mean, that's the big receiver there from West Monroe, Trez, that got that. But you talk about a team like Barbe, and we say, don't focus on the 26 seed here.
No,
this
definitely
is
don't, because
a
they
different
got that,
football team.
They got that. They got that because of, and look, their early schedule. I mean, there's a lot of teams probably been 1-5 after they had the schedule that those guys had. They got beat by Southside, who's playing Ruston. They got beat by Acadiana.
Yeah,
they got beat by.
Was it Notre Dame? Maybe
Notre Dame Crowley, who's still in the playoffs and who's a well-coached, very good football team. And so, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are going to get beat by those people.
Yeah,
and yet they had the fourth quarter lead in 3 of those games that we just named. So,
exactly, and they didn't have.
I know, and they
didn't have.
And he wasn't playing tailback at that time.
Exactly. So this is something that the Tigers have played the Bucks, I believe 5 times. Barbe actually, historically has a 3-2 lead over Neville. I don't know if you knew.
I didn't know that.
The last time we played Barbe was in '96. That was actually my brother's senior year. It was a 35-33 loss to Barbe right there, but we've met them a couple of times in the 80s. I believe 86 they beat us in overtime. We won it in 83 on our way to a state championship right there. So and a couple of times earlier than that. But but recently we haven't.
Yeah, we
haven't played them in football. Played them a couple of times in baseball.
That's right.
But in football we haven't, and it's just kind of a deal where fan support's going to be huge.
Yeah,
it was
paramount.
Great last Friday night.
It's awesome. I mean, it's been tremendous, and can't be more pleased. Our players talk about it, and so when they recognize it during the course of a game, and you talk about it on Sunday, and you hear them talking about it, and you talk about the excitement that's been created with, the horns and the noise, and I ran out there to the official. I had to run all the way down to Dadgum Field to get the official's attention. He said, "Coach, I can't hear you. You just gonna have to run down there to the
Maybe
side judge."
Maybe you could get one of those horns and put it in your pocket.
I'm gonna have to.
Blow it at
it looks like. And
right
he
there.
goes, "It's never been. I've never had a game this loud." And I said, "Well, we're gonna try to keep it that way." And so that's exciting to our players, and you know, and I appreciate our fan support. But our students are down in the end zone and doing a great job there. You know, and I mean, and the video board's been tremendous. I don't recognize it. I mean, it's
the total atmosphere.
I've had so many people comment on it though, you know, and it's been another thing that's added to the excitement of our ball games, and so, you know, but nothing more exciting than playing at home on Thanksgiving and in front of your home crowd and the people that are here, just like the pep rally, are, you know, true Neville Tigers.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a great night this Friday night. Bill Ruppel Stadium, Barbe Bucks making their third straight trip to North Louisiana, and they'll face your Neville Tigers for a chance to get to the semifinal round once again.
Here we go.
All right, we got to get this one this Friday night. That's where all the focus is.
That's it.
On the Barbe Buccaneers. All right, Coach. Well, look, we appreciate it. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And
here's our players of the week right here.
Oh, yeah,
two
I
of them.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Origin Bank players of the week, Jarvis Blackston and Jacoby Collins. The one not pictured is Connor Mason, and Connor's the one that blocked the field goal.
Yeah.
Jacoby had 13 tackles and I think 3 sacks along with it, and Jarvis obviously rushed for over 100 yards. And, you know, I mean, he's just been tremendous for us. And then we got the old ball coach there in the middle.
Yeah. We'll have Coach McCarty on the call this
Yeah,
Friday.
he was sitting in for the Origin Bank crew this week, and so it was really good to see him again. You know, he comes every week and gets in the picture with our guys, and so that's good stuff.
Well, we look forward to him joining the broadcast for the full broadcast this week, helping us out with Robert being out of town with family. Well, look, Coach, once again, good luck this Friday night. We look forward to it, and always can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, here we go. Hopefully we can do it again.
All right. For Coach Collins and everybody, we had Max and Dante, Will Anders here with us. Justin back in the Sunday 98.3 studios, and everybody that came out to join us here on Tiger Talk. And I'm not forgetting the crew here at Melvyn. They treat everybody right every week. So we appreciate all of them. I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night and have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Friday night when we kick things off at 6:30.